Welcome to the Jalen Show. Woo. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all living? Everybody good? That's good, man. All good. So good to be in front of you guys again. I know I've been gone last week and a half, 2 weeks. Just been transitioning back to Oxford. Fall football camp has started. Just so much has been going on, trying to kind of settle back down and get back into the rhythm. So appreciate you guys being patient with me. More content will be coming throughout the week and next week and moving forward. Trying to get back consistent. So appreciate you guys for continuing to reach out, supporting me, and tuning in to some other episodes that have already been put out. So appreciate you guys so much again. Already episode number 16 on season 5, which is crazy. Almost halfway through to kind of the point that I want to be. So appreciate you guys. And nothing me yapping, man. Let's introduce our guest for today's episode, Mr. Tyler Fountain. Woohoo!
What's up? What's
going on, man? Appreciate you joining me. How's everything treating you, boss?
Man, everything good, bro. I appreciate you for having me, first of all. So real appreciative of that for sure.
No, man. This is gonna be fun. Definitely got a lot of things I want to chat with you about, man. But Tyler, really quick, I kind of get my guests to kind of introduce themselves to people that are familiar with my channel and maybe listening. So real quick, could you mind like giving a brief introduction about yourself, just like where you're from, what you do in your life, and just some things you maybe have been able to do to get you where you are today?
Nah, most definitely. So I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas, Southwest Little Rock, Arkansas. Played college football. Been playing football. Played football pretty much all my life. That's really a step of how I got into what I do now, which is sports reporting. Once you play sports, everybody kind of think that that's going to be their way out, that's the way to take care of them, their family, stuff like that. And I was one of them people, honestly, and played football, kind of hopped around 3 different colleges to be exact, played running back. It was a severe injury that I got that kind of like shifted my focus to, all right, now you need to just lock in and start picking up sports reporting at the college level while I was still in college, kind of working in my media department. And then from there, start working with the Texas Rangers. After college, it was tough because it was during COVID, 2020. I just graduated looking for a job. COVID kind of shut the whole world down. Then I wound up in the position with them interning. Finished that. From there, pretty much like the sports media world, that some may know, is tough to get into. So like once I finished that intern, I was looking for jobs, couldn't find too much. Went back to one of my old high schools at Maumelle. Start coaching the running backs there until I got something. Eventually got a gig with the Utah Jazz, start broadcasting there. And right now, I'm full-time sports reporter here in Oklahoma. But that came about after I left Utah. While I was in Utah, I did a couple interviews with some teams, and I just needed more on-camera experience, things like that. And guy I played college football with, my guy Jaden, he was a running back as well, played at OU. He wound up getting me on where I'm at right now. And that's really it. That's my brief introduction. I don't know if it was brief, but
that's all. You gave me everything I needed. I'm gonna jump everywhere with you because when I do interviews, I always have like some things jotted down. But then when I listen to my guest talk, I kind of like want to add something else, something they just talked about. So you mentioned some in one of my previous guests, Derek Jones, who works for ESPN. He mentioned that, especially today, that how people don't really kind of realize how competitive this field is and how many people are actually trying to get into it and kind of be as successful as possible in the sports media, sports journalism, sports broadcasting world. For you, you kind of just mentioned it, but what was that process like as someone that didn't necessarily really, get into this until college, and then you kind of had to get to the work field during COVID? What was the realm of trying to understand the competition and understanding what you needed to do to kind of get you where you are today and hopefully into bigger spots later on in your career?
So pretty much, first of all, kind of like what you started off with what your previous guest said, bro, it's like it's more candidates in the sports media world than it is job openings. So
Absolutely.
Like that was one thing I learned, and pretty much I learned just building connections, bro. But like getting into my position came with not only just like grit and hard work, but also connections as well. So when I got the Texas Rangers gig, man, I'm telling you. So like, I feel like a lot of my attitude come from not only how I was brought up, but like me playing football as well and having an older brother. So just in high school, I would always send out film, send out my highlights, stuff like that. So Texas Rangers gig, how that came about, man, I was spamming them. I'm talking about from Instagram comments to subscribing to commenting on whatever they posted to emailing, all type of stuff. That was how that came about. And I learned a lot during that time, pretty much because I was fresh out of college. It was a major league team, the Texas Rangers, but it was COVID at the same time. So it was it's different than what people would see now. Like I had to wear a mask in the globe. And then not only that, but you couldn't really be around the players, couldn't be around anybody. So I'm doing post-game reports from the bleachers, just me. This what happened, recapping the game. And I'm not even sure if I'm answering the question that you asked, but bro, it's just a learning process, a learning journey. I feel like you learn throughout the entire process of looking for a job, having a job, and just trying to continue. You're always trying to get a foot in the field. I feel like even when you're in it, you're still making connections, still learning new things, not only about you or how you present yourself at work, but just it's just a different sports media is a different type of world. And like the Utah Jazz job, how that came about, only God knows. Like I was just blessed to get that opportunity pretty much. I was applying like crazy. And that's another thing, bro. I know I'm kind of everywhere as well with the answer, but you know, it takes a lot of applications, a lot of dedication. You're gonna get tired of it. It's gonna be draining. But if you don't do it, you'll never know. So I mean, it was a lot of applications. The Utah Jazz, I made a lot of great connections there. That's when I really learned about connections. And it was actually the in-arena host. She came to me because I'm good for having some AirPods in, like wherever I'm at. And she came to me one game night, and I don't remember who we were playing, but I was just sitting down pregame before everything, and I had my headphones in. I always used to have headphones in, sitting down in the arena, watching the players warm up. And she came and was like, "Tyler, you know, you're gonna go farther if you just take your headphones out and just go talk to people sometime. Like you just sit over here by yourself, go talk to people." And I remember when she told me that, man, it was like something just clicked. And I start from that moment on, like I'd already knew people throughout the organization, but now I'm talking to people outside of the organization, other teams that came, other broadcasters. And I made a great connection with my guy, Noah Eagle. His resume speaks for itself, honestly, if you know who he is, but made a great connection with him and a couple of other people for different teams. And like connections take you a long way. It's a journey in this sports media world for sure, bro.
Yeah. I want to ask you, because I always feel like, as someone that I had experience as being an athlete, but I never, played, in college or anything, or really anything higher than high school. For you, how did that experience in terms of growing up within sports, being able to go to college and play football at a high level, understanding the game at a different grasp, kind of manure you to maybe being a little bit more smooth in the sports media world at certain things than maybe others? And when I say it doesn't necessarily have to just be you covering football, but just understanding how much work athletes have to put in to control and be good at their craft. How did your experience as an athlete kind of mold and be able to put you in places to understand different things as a sports journalist?
Yeah, so for sure. So first of all, man, being an athlete, everybody should play sports. I feel like at some point in their life, even if you don't just do it throughout your entire life, at some point, because it teaches you how to get up, keep going, teaches you how to honestly teach you how to solve problems. It sounds crazy, but you got to think sometimes, a lot of the times playing sports. But if I could relate that to being in the sports media world, it'll just be, it taught me how to keep going, how to never give up, and pretty much just kind of having that hustle and grit about certain situations. So like playing football, being an athlete, pretty much when it comes to that sports media world, how they kind of coincide, it's like I feel like I have an edge when it comes to asking questions to athletes, or if I'm having to do an interview, or just kind of knowing when that athlete may be standoffish. Because I mean, honestly, not all athletes want to be in front of the camera. Not all athletes want to talk, and you got to be able to read the room. So like just being a former athlete, you kind of have that edge. You kind of, at least me, I feel like that's an edge as well. And then just knowing how to deal with other people. Like athletes, you're a part of a team. Like you're having to deal with somebody every day, different attitudes, different everything. So like that also plays a part. But when it comes to breaking down the game, football, I can do that. Like with some of the best of them, I would say. So if I'm doing play-by-play or just talking about football or reporting on it, I feel like being a former football player just kind of gives me the edge because it gives me a different type of knowledge versus me talking about a sport that I didn't play but I know about. So like I didn't play baseball, but I know about baseball from watching it. So I can tell you the basic ins and outs, but somebody else could tell you what you're supposed to look for if you're at first base, second base, things like that. So when it comes to football, I feel like that's easy for me. Basketball as well, just because my older brother played that and I was always around basketball. And I mean, pretty much just being an athlete, it helps in this field in all type of ways, I would say.
Real quick, man, your jerseys behind you are catching my eye. Talk about those jerseys behind you. What is there? What is the significance behind those jerseys behind you?
Man, so I'm gonna give you a whole little show.
Oh, I
This is my
see it.
partner KJ.
Yes,
He
sir.
played for the Chargers. And me and him been going to school together since first grade. That's my dog. Like to this day, that's my guy Cameron Murray. We played Little League together. He played at Oklahoma State. He went on to have a little stint with the Cardinals. My guy Madre London. That's my brother. Michigan State. He played running back at Michigan State and Tennessee. I also spent some time in the USFL and some overseas. That's another KJ Hill jersey. That's Ohio State. And all these game worn. So I appreciate my partners. Then that's like my favorite hooper right there. My guy Ryan Pippins played at Euler. And then my last jersey I got hung up, that's my guy Miles Fells. And I don't want to get that wrong, but it should be Navy. I hope it is, but so like the jerseys behind me, bro, pretty much they all from the crib. They're from Little Rock. Grew up with them. They all my partners. And, like when they were playing, when I was done, like I said, KJ was in the league. Cameron had him some time. Madre played, all of them. And, like, honestly, bro, I was living through them. Like, I wanted to see them do their thing. So it just made me feel good. And, like, when it's your people, it hit different. So
absolutely,
that's the story behind the little jerseys I got, man.
I love it. I love it. Okay, now let me get back to the big point for me. I'm glad you just brought it up as well, man. For if you're new here and you don't know me, I'm born and raised in Little Rock, Arkansas. It's forever home. Just talk about what growing up in Little Rock meant to you, Tyler. What is some of the foundational principles you learned growing up in Little Rock and that you have continued to put into your life? Just what does it mean to be from Little Rock, Arkansas for you?
It means a lot just because Little Rock, small, man. Like it's big, but it's small in its own way. It's small, honestly. I mean, I started off at Arkansas State playing ball. Went to a JUCO in California, then finished out in Oklahoma. And like California, they definitely like you would think they didn't know any major states or something down south. A lot of people don't know where Arkansas is or what Little Rock is, so it's kind of like a shocker. So being there, wherever I went, I put on. Like I rep where I was from, like city, state, all that. And just being from Little Rock, with it being so small, man, it's like when you see people make it and certain, like me, I was in the athlete community. I played ball. So like when I see other athletes make it or still making it to this day, man, it's a great feeling. Like just to put on for the crib. And that's with anything, athletes, dentists, anything people doing, and people that I know. It's just a great feeling, bro. So being from the crib is like, it's special. Like we ain't got as much as other states or cities, but we got what we got. And you know, like everybody grew up different. Like I said, I'm from Southwest Little Rock, Arkansas. So I mean, that's a totally different aspect from different parts of Little Rock. But you know, I'm proud to be where I'm from just because like sometimes you adapt to your community, you outgrow the community, or you just represent. And I feel like that's what I do. And I like being from Little Rock, man. It's some tough people out there. I like being out there, man.
I resonate a lot with what you said. I always, and I told you this before earlier, and I have, you know, spoken with other people on the show that are from Little Rock, and you know, people kind of see my excitement. But there's a true joy when I'm able to meet someone, speak to someone, you know, get someone on the show that's from Little Rock that are doing or have done successful things, and then it's like, I don't know what it is, but it's like, you know, when people make it out of Little Rock, it's like a bigger accomplishment to me than anything else. And so I think that's why I get that true joy. Moving along kind of in terms of growing up within sports and, you know, your passion for, were there any players growing up that you really just love watching their game? Like you didn't miss their time on the screen. Like you really loved to watch them play. Maybe even some players when you were in college, as you were kind of watching some film on and took pieces of their game to try to kind of put into what you were as a player.
I'm going to tell you like this. Mark Ingram, Cam Newton, Tyrann Mathieu. Mark Ingram was the reason I wore number 22 when I was in the 9th grade. Him and Trent Richardson, they made me love Alabama. Like those are the reasons that I'm an Alabama fan. Cam Newton, favorite court. The 3 players I just named, my favorite players of all time, college-wise. So Mark Ingram, favorite college running back of all time. Cam Newton, favorite football player of all time. Him and Tyrann, the Honey Badger, man, like Cam Newton was just a different breed. Like I couldn't miss a Cam game. To this day, I feel like Cam the best college quarterback, like to come out of the NCAA, to come out of college, man. And then the Honey Badger, he speaks for himself. You could just turn on the film. Like Tyrann Mathieu, my favorite. He, like I said, him and Cam, they're like my 2 favorite college players ever, hands down. And you can't miss a game, bro. But I can say how we were talking about Little Rock and stuff like that. Michael Dyer was also one of the players. Like he played running back. He played with Cam as well. And like watching him do his thing coming out of Little Rock was something special. I mean, and then you can even go as far back as Darren McFadden. Like he was a problem as well. But really, Cam, Mark Ingram, Tyrann Mathieu, and then, I mean, yeah, like them 3 guys, I got to turn on the TV. I got to catch them.
Yeah.
That was some problems, for real.
Very interested to hear your answer on this, but Little Rock, Arkansas, what's your music taste like? Who are some of your favorite artists? Who you listen to every day? And I also in the midst of that question too, I kind of want to do a little throwback. So when you were playing, what were you playing on game day? What were you pumping up to get you ready for a game on game days when you were playing?
I'm gonna start with that. So my pops is from the whole side of the family from Louisiana, pretty much Louisiana, Mississippi, whether that be Baton Rouge, New Orleans, or anything like that. So like my uncle had put me on Kevin Gates, and man, I'm telling you, like I used to, before the game, I'm playing Kevin Gates before the game. Like he had some music that just got me in that mode.
One of my all-time favorites.
Honestly, bro, if it wasn't Kevin Gates, it was like, and this sounds crazy, but it was some R&B music.
Okay.
Nah, I mean like some real slow jams, like some slow jams, bro, from back in the day, old school slow jams, because I'm on that level. That's just the type of person I was. So I had to, sometimes you just gotta bring it down, just kind of the slow jams mellow me out. I ain't thinking about too much, I'm vibing. Cause sure, once I go back out there on the field, the energy it's finna rise all over again. But nowadays, Kevin Gates like my favorite artist. Well, one of them, Lil Wayne, my all-time favorite artist. But nowadays, bro, type of music I listen to, people might say I be in my feelings or just tripping or something. But Ride Wave, I gotta go Noonie, I gotta go Ride Wave. Rollo.
Okay.
Future.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, I'm really tripping because Drake and Ride Wave 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Then Rollo. Then Future. And then I ain't gonna lie, I used to play a lot of Gunna.
Okay. I like that.
Used to play a lot of Gunna, man, but really them 5, and then I gotta throw Kodak in there, but it's old Kodak. Like,
yeah,
I'm a Kodak guy, but Ride Wave, that's that one. You can't miss.
For sure.
I
like the versatility, man.
So,
you mentioned your pops and your family. Just real quick, talk about them and what they've been in your life and what impact they've had on making you the man that you are today.
Man, a big impact. So, I mean, 2-parent household. Me and my older brother, we ain't really come from much. We didn't come from much, but you know, my parents always made some shake. Like, we're a close-knit family. And I mean, it's just the morals, values, everything that they instilled in us. They taught us, you know, that's appreciated. You know, my dad teaching us from the man's side, and my mom just teaching us, you know, everything else. But my parents played an important role in my life for sure. Like, not only them, but my brother, like I said. So I'm kind of big on like relationships. Having a tight relationship with somebody, if they're my people or something like that. Just because, like I said, it's a small family. But they played a big role, man. I'm gonna say that. Played a big role. Didn't come from much. Made sure we had stuff, whatever they had to do. Like, we were gonna have something on the table or just something to make things work out. So, like, you know, a lot of people say they be indebted to their parents, but I feel like, you know, once I'm in that position and situation, they gonna be good.
Yeah.
For sure.
What's going on, family? I hate to interrupt the video going on right now. Hope you guys are enjoying it, but I have to give a quick shout out to our very first sponsor, Shadrach's Coffee. Shadrach's is a coffee company that has been in the works for 17 years now, originally originated in the state of Arkansas, my home state, and now they have ventured to Tennessee and Oxford, Mississippi. Shadrach's has opened their arms to me and put their faith in me, and I just want to say thank you to Shadrach's. If you're in Oxford, you can find Shadrach's at 1797 Jackson Avenue West here in Oxford. And even if you're on the Ole Miss campus, they have different locations on their food truck aisles across the campus. They're usually open at their Jackson Avenue Center from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday. So just continue to go get your Shadrach's coffee. You get espressos, energy drinks, hot coffee. You can even get some milkshakes. Shadrach's is the place to go. Even you can get some Shadrach's apparel on their website, like I'm showing you here. And my favorite thing about everything about Shadrach's is they're centered around our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So you can go on the Shadrach's website and you can file a prayer request for yourself, for your friend or family, anybody. All you have to do is click on prayer request here, type in the name, email, phone number, and your message, and Shadrach's will take care of it. They've done over 1,000 prayer requests in their 17 years of the company, and this is their goal. They are centered around profiting and making Jesus Christ their goal. So thank you guys so much. And thank you, Shadrach's, for the sponsor. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. God bless. Tyler, take me back to high school. What is your recruiting process looking like? You know, what are some of the schools you're considering committing to play football at the next level? And what comes it to make it the final decision at that time, Arkansas State?
Ooh, that's a good question. Uh, Man, that's a good question. I
And
would
by the
say,
way, that is my favorite thing. One of my favorite things ever to hear when people say that's a good question. So I appreciate you that for saying that. Even though I know you didn't really mean intention by it, but I appreciate it.
yeah, nah, for sure. Man, I talked to, I think his name was Mike Chavez or something like that, something along them lines. I believe he was at Memphis, and it really wasn't too many schools. It was like some smaller schools after that. Um, so Memphis, Arkansas State, Henderson,
Hmm.
and Washita Baptist. Like those were the only schools I can think of. Probably the only schools for sure. But um, Arkansas State really was just like the best option, plain and simple.
Yeah.
The running back before me had went there. His name was Logan, and I pretty much, honestly, Logan was like my favorite running back, bro. Like in high school, like I used to say, he was like my favorite running back, other than my guy LT Tenpenny. So other than that, I used to just chop it up with my guy Logan, and he was like everything was smooth up there, and that really made like the decision. It was close,
Yeah.
one too far, but it was far enough.
Yeah.
It was the best option if you ask me.
Okay, jumping on that, I want to ask Arkansas State. You're at home still, basically in a way. And then you go to the west side of the country to kind of travel and do a little bit different thing. What was that transition like? What was California like in the midst of that time for you?
California, oh, it was different from somebody down south. Then I was in Northern California.
Yeah.
And man, when I say I transferred, I went there due to other situations, but I went there and bro, I couldn't practice for like a week, maybe like a week and a half. It's fall camp, so it's crazy, but like it's so dry. I'm not used to no dry
Yeah.
heat at all. Like Arkansas, humidity, bro, it's so dry. I get off the plane. I'm thinking like I don't got asthma no more. I ain't used to asthma pumping. I don't know how long. Man, I get off the plane. I'm having problems already. Again, it was the first day of fall camp, first day of practice. Man, I couldn't make it through the practice. I'm talking, and I've never felt like I couldn't finish a workout or like something was wrong with my breathing or something while I was running. Man, bro, it was bad. Like,
Yeah.
I need an asthma pump ASAP. Woo. I couldn't practice till I had one, bro. So, uh, that was the beginning of the experience. But honestly, bro, JUCO is one of like the best experience. It was tough just because when I say this gonna sound crazy, it was man, me and my dog had a crib. It's just me and him in a 2-bedroom. Next thing you know, it's 5 people in a 2-bedroom, bro.
Yeah.
Like living room on the couch, bed on the side of the kitchen, bro. It was crazy. Like,
Yeah.
but it's like, people say the JUCO struggle, and it was just crazy. But I met some great guys. California though is different from when it comes to Southern hospitality or just like demeanors and things like that. But
Yeah.
I met some great people, bro. Got some lifetime friends. In the football, bro, we was winning. We were killing. Like,
Yeah.
made it all the way to the NorCal championship. Lost off a slant at the end of the game. Like, I remember my dog Dwayne tried to one hand pick it, and they won 6-0. Like, it was one of them type of
Wow.
games. But like I said, you meet a lot of great people. I met a lot of great people. My dog CJ was a bounce back from Kentucky. He played receiver, like one of the coldest receivers I done seen. This guy named Alejandro Laurel, he played running back. Like, after playing with him, he became like my favorite running back that I done played with. And Man, meet all type of people, bro, from
Yeah.
all different places. Like you already do that in college, but California is so big.
Yeah.
Man, the people I hung with, one from Chicago, one from Pennsylvania, one from Virginia, the other one from Kentucky, and like those four guys were like my people, bro. But the experience, it sucked while I was in the experience, but then when you look
Yeah.
back, it's like, oh, it wasn't that bad. It was cool. So I miss it. That's what I'm gonna say for sure. I miss it. It was some great coaches. Yeah, and you learn a lot in JUCO, for real. Not only about yourself or playing wise as a player, but like JUCO build character as well.
Yeah. What makes JUCO so different but also difficult? I think people hear JUCO and don't really understand the trenches and grind that you guys go through as players to not only be great but get better every day. What makes JUCO so different than many other levels of football? What makes it so great and grind and so hard to kind of attain to?
So my experience, everybody experience different first of all, but I'm gonna say California is no scholarships for JUCO like other schools down south. After that, bro, I was catching a bus to school, 30-minute bus ride to school. So I'm at the school from 7:30 in the morning for class all the way until 7 o'clock at night because I can't leave. If I leave the school, I gotta catch a bus back to the crib. It's
Yeah.
30 minutes. Then it's 30 minutes back. I got football practice. Then I ain't have a car. So like that's that part of it. And then just that JUCO experience also at A State, bro, or just like any D1, you get equipment. Like I had gear coming from there, like
Yeah.
shorts, shirts, shoes, cleats, hoodies, the whole nine. Man, you go JUCO, kiss all that goodbye. Treatment. We had some great treatment now. Man, we had some great treatment. I was at Butte Community College in Oroville, California, bro. But I stayed in Chico. And that's where pretty much everybody stayed in Chico. But like it's a change, bro, from man, them 30-minute bus rides, bro. You can't leave the camp. You can, but now you risking being late to practice.
Yeah.
You risking missing class. So like already not being on scholarship, not everybody got it. So you feel me? You having to pay out of pocket. Then you still having to find something to eat. Like it ain't no free meals. So it's just, man, it was crazy, bro. And like Butte did a good job of trying to get a lot of stuff situated. It got better once my class had left, I would say. Like new facility, they get gear, all type of stuff. But
Yeah.
that JUCO grind different. You trying to raise money, you trying to do all type of stuff just to help out. You catching the bus, you
Yeah.
long bus rides. I'm in California too, bro. So like
Yeah.
it was just it's different. Like and then everybody is competing to get out. Like it's a dog eat dog type of world.
Yeah.
So you got to come out on top. Like, bro, I played running back and guy named Blake, me, Marty, Alex, Micah, Savante. I don't even remember everybody's name, bro. They used to call. I don't remember what they used to call, bro. Bro, long story short, it was 13 running backs, 13 or 14 running backs, bro. So like, we all trying to, you feel me?
Yeah.
And it's go grind, like
Yeah.
go grind, go get it out the mud. That's really what you're doing. We getting it out the mud, bro. Then you trying. The goal is to get out of JUCO, but you gotta have the grades. A lot
Yeah.
of folks ain't had the grades. So like once you get the grades, now you're ahead of some of the 14 backs. Now it's like you healthy. Now you ahead of some of the other 8 backs. Like
Yeah.
are you putting in work? Now you up in that top 5. Now we talking. Now you performing. You good. You in a rotation, but it's
Yeah.
like that rotation can change, bro. Like
Yeah.
everybody grinding. You gotta have an edge. Yeah, it's just Yeah, that's part of it. JUCO world crazy.
With your experience at Butte and your time at Southwestern Oklahoma, I want to ask you, because you're still within sports, for your perspective, how do you think like NIL and the portal has changed the way, I guess, maybe JUCOs and smaller schools are kind of looked at, treated, respected? Like from your perspective, your point of view, like how do you think maybe for the in positive aspects and some negative aspects are those smaller schools, JUCO schools, kind of falling through the cracks from the ranks of how NIL and the portal has kind of been moved and pushed around over the last like 5 years?
Are you saying like, do I feel like smaller schools deserve NIL or what?
I'm really asking, do you think that the way players may have gone to different schools like JUCO or smaller schools before NIL and before the portal kind of got like the way it is, do you think they're still doing that now? Do you think that, they still have good opportunities to kind of make a name for themselves at levels like that within the way the game is now? Like, how do you kind of see that perspective?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I'll tell somebody to go JUCO. Like if you don't got everything lined up, go JUCO because now it won't count against your eligibility. So now you've been in the college program, you done toned up, got the muscle on you, learn different defensive or offensive schemes, learn more words that you probably didn't know. Not words, but just like descriptions of certain stuff in football. You learn that, then you just kind of see how fall schedule goes from like fall camp, spring ball, things like that. And not only that, bro, but like it sounds crazy, but once you leave JUCO, you're gonna be about what 18, 19, 20, something like that, versus somebody coming out of high school that's probably just 17 or something, 17, 18. You JUCO, you 19, 20, maybe 21. And now you about to go to a 4-year, you got all your eligibility.
Yeah.
So I would say JUCO, that's always a good option. And then as far as NIL, if you balling in high school, like it ain't no reason to go JUCO clearly. So you're gonna grab that NIL money. NIL might be the best thing that came out, man.
Yeah.
Like I love it for the young athletes, bro. Like they getting to it. So I ain't got no complaints on nothing like that at all.
I got you. So you go through your college career, kind of do a little internship with the Rangers, and then jump to an opportunity with the Utah Jazz. Could you talk about that opportunity and just what was it like being able to work within their ranks and kind of some of the experiences you had working for the Jazz?
Yeah, nah, Utah was, I miss it to this day. It was actually shout out David Locke. I see you do Locked On podcast, but yeah, shout out to David Locke. That was the guy who hired me, took a chance on me, and bro, it's crazy just being in that NBA atmosphere every day. Like I'm really seeing hoops, but the thing that people might get misconstrued is like I can't watch the game as a fan. Like I'm watching it as a worker. I'm watching it to take notes. I'm watching it to ask questions. I'm watching it to send questions to David, the person beside me. And like that's where, that's what people don't see. That's the work that goes into it. Like somebody might see LeBron James hit a three, but I'm seeing it as LeBron just capped off a 12-0 run. This is his third three in the third quarter. He scored an assist on the last 12 points.
Yeah.
So it's a big difference versus it's another LeBron three. But to me, it's LeBron just scored or assist on the past 12 points. He capped off a 12-0 run. Woo. And just that experience, bro. Learning. Not only that, but just making connections with people in that media world, people with different teams that I still can reach out to this day. It was great for, my time. I think that was like 2022, maybe 2021, 2022, fresh after COVID, I believe, or One of the two. Like, so it was a great time, great experience, great learning experience. Whether that was learning how to connect with people, talk to people, learn the game, see it from a different perspective, and things like that.
Yeah. Tyler, how were you able to get the opportunity to be in Oklahoma again and work in the role that you're currently doing? And so far, man, just how has that experience and that role treated your life and your career so far?
Yeah, my guy Jay knows. Guy played football. Woody played football at OU. Another running back. He was younger than me, but like he always asked me questions when it came to football and stuff like that. So that goes back into connections.
Yeah.
Kind of keeping a good relationship with people because you never know. And I remember I reached out to my dog like, "Hey, Five, can you check on this for me? Woo, I got an opening. You know, any spots with the opening." Word of mouth, boom, opportunity came, interview came,
Yeah.
nailed the interview. Sports reporter, got the position. Been a great experience when I'm doing sports. And overall, it's just another thing is when you starting off, you're not always gonna be in the most vibrant city. Like it's a process with everything. So you just gotta stack the days, stack the days, stack the experiences, and then fall in love with the process, bro. And that's what I'm doing. I mean, I'm steady inching up because you always growing and you always looking to elevate. You gotta elevate. And the experience been cool. Like I met some coaches, met some players, connected, things like that, bro. Everything just be coming back to a connection and just loving what you do. That's what I say for sure.
Yeah. Throughout like your 5 years of doing this sports journalism field so far, has there been like a standout moment for you for like you just are like, this is so cool that I get to do this and I get to pay to do this as a job?
Bro. Oklahoma City Thunder championship, the finals, that run,
Yeah.
crazy. It didn't hit me until afterwards though. Like I remember driving back after the ceremony and I was like, dang, now I'm grateful. Like I couldn't do nothing but thank God, bro. Like I called my partner, Carl. I'm chopping with him. I'm like, man, it's crazy how when you in the situation, you're not thinking about it. I said, but
Yeah.
once you're out of it, once it's finished, it's like it's eye opening. Like, man, I really just did this. Like, this is what I prayed about. Like, I'm getting to it. I'm doing everything I said I wanted to do. I'm knocking stuff off the bucket list. Like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Like, you ain't always gonna work in the place where a team might win, whether that be the Super Bowl, the finals, stuff like that, national championship. And I had that opportunity, bro, and it hit me like, nah, I'm really like I'm doing this, bro.
Yeah.
But I done had a moment like that with a lot of different times. Like even in Utah, I had that moment because that was when Kyrie James Harden was on the Nets, and I'm like, man, like I'm really in the NBA right now. Like,
Yeah.
so you always had them type of moments throughout your career, throughout the process, and you just gotta give glory to God, man. That's what I do. So that's it for real.
Yeah. Look, I know you're still relatively young in your career, but do you have an end goal? Is there a specific place or kind of just maybe something you want to say, I want to get there within your career that you want to be at some certain point throughout your time?
Now, most def end goal will be pretty much like it's crazy that I'm using the women, but they really going crazy in the game right now. Like Taylor Rooks, Holly Rose, something like that. They're doing NFL like Holly Rose does, college football as well. So just like being a sideline reporter for a big network, whether that be ESPN or anyone, like just being able to do that sideline reporting or being a desk analyst. That's the end goal, bro, and it's gonna happen. So
Yes, sir.
yes, sir. That's that.
I love that, man. Shout out to the women, man. I don't get that too often, so I love
Yeah.
that you shouted to them out real quick. Um, One of the things I'm low key and I shout out to my guy Z. Started calling it fruits of labor on the show, but so it's two questions in one, Tyler. So first is, what advice would you want to give to someone watching or listening? So just, some life advice you've been able to learn. What is something that you would kind of want to pass on to someone to maybe help their day, help their life, help their career, what's something that you want to give to someone listening? And secondly, I'm really big on legacy, man. So just, I love what I do. I'm doing things that I want to be remembered for. So for you, man, when people hear the name Tyler Fountain, what do you want people to always remember about who you were as a person?
Yeah, most definitely. So advice would be, man, I just lost my train of thought. Advice would be to just always be grateful, man, and understand that, you're living in the prayer. You're living in the time you once prayed for, whether that be you pray for having a job, now you making money, or you pray for making money, now you got a job. I prayed to, expand in my sports career. Now I'm a sports reporter, finna go move on to something else, so always be grateful and realize that you're living in a prayer that you once was praying about, and just never stop, bro. You got to keep your foot on the pedal, like keep the foot on the gas, because one thing about it, life don't stop. Life don't care how you feel.
Hey, man.
You just gotta beat the sun waking up, man. It's a long day. That's how the days will start running together. You realize it's a long day, but as long as you got your routine, you realizing that life not gonna stop regardless how you feel. It's gonna keep spinning. Your world may feel like it's stopping, but if you stop, you ain't gonna never make it nowhere. Like you just gonna be able to stand still. So that's that, man. I always keep going. Be grateful. Realize you're living in a prayer, and just beat the sun up every day. Beat the sun waking up. That's what I'm gonna say. And then something that I want to be remembered, I would say pretty much for my legacy is just like when people hear my name, think of a big time, like I was a big time sports reporter, respectful former college player, and just, a person that stands on character and like high values. So that's outside of what I do. And then when it comes to what I do, just being remembered as like, I ain't there yet, but I'm gonna be there. But pretty much like that high volume type of sports reporter. Like if you heard Stephen A. Smith, he ain't even my favorite analyst or whatever. But like when you hear his name, everybody know his name basically.
Yeah.
Like when you hear his name, you think of sports. You might think of hollering or some wild, but that's that. And that's how I want my name to ring bells like that as well. So that's that, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that, man. One last segment that I just brought to myself that I got to do with you is called Quick Hitter. So before I get you out of here, I'm basically just going to ask you a series of questions. And you kind of just give me the first answer that comes to your mind. All right. Yeah. So first is dream car. What was your dream car be?
This ain't quick at all. Oh man, dream car. I can't even pronounce it, but my favorite car is Audi. Like I like an Audi. If it was to be a Suburban, it'd have to be like a Escalade. Those are just my favorite cars for my tax bracket right now. But like I said, dream car, I really can't pronounce it for
real. Dream vacation spot.
Turks. Okay. Yeah. Or Greece. Just because I love what I be saying.
Okay. I'll make you really think on this one, but if you could have dinner with 3 people dead or alive, who would they be?
Oh, bro, LeBron James.
Okay, I like it already.
Yeah, LeBron James, then DJ Khaled. LeBron James, DJ Khaled, and it's out of Marshawn Lynch or Ellen DeGeneres.
I was waiting on that Marshawn Lynch. I knew that was coming. I really did.
Yeah, so yeah, them for sure.
Okay, if you can go see one artist in concert live right now, who would it be?
Right away.
Okay. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Quesadilla, steak quesadilla.
Ooh.
Cilantro sour cream. Nah, let me stop.
I never had that answer before. I like that one. Okay. Last question, man. You could envision seeing one person come join me on the show for a conversation. Who would you like to come see join me? And the kicker is you have to help me get that person on the show.
Man. Do it gotta be something with sports?
Absolutely not.
I
love that question.
Let me see if I can give you some different. I'm gonna give you two different people. So I got a partner named Carlton Shoots, but like me and him are like that. But he's more so he wanted to do like sports agency and stuff like that. His career took him a different path, but he has his own nonprofit organization where he does for kids, and he just recently supported, I believe. Let me check. My bad.
You good?
He just recently paid for 10 kids to go to the Bobby Portis camp.
Yeah.
Nonprofit organization did. So I would say if I can get one person on here to be Carlton Shoots. Like I said, he wanted to do sports agency and stuff like that, but he's big on nonprofit and helping the community and kids in Little Rock. And then another person would be my guy Jaden Knowles, who played college running back at OU that I was a teammate of. He is a weatherman though at like I think they're like top 12, one of the top 12 stations. He's Denver at
that's cool.
News 9, but like him always wanted to be a meteorologist and being a weatherman. His touchdown celebration was like, oh man, it was so lame. But he used to do this like he was making it rain when he scored. So like he great energy, good person, bro, and like he can talk sports too as well. Like he wound up hurting himself. He played running back as well. He tore something, I believe, in his leg. So like that kind of put the plan B into effect immediately. So them two people, I would say. I mean, I can't really think of nobody off the top for real. You don't ask some good questions throughout this whole thing. Yeah,
I like that. No, Carlton, Jane, we'll see you soon. Hopefully, I like those answers though, man. Look, appreciate you, Tyler, for seriously coming on, chat with me. I enjoyed the heck out of this. Had a lot of fun. Learned a lot. So I appreciate you so much for joining, man, and excited to see where everything's gonna hand out for you in the next few years throughout your career, man.
Nah, most definitely, bro. I appreciate you for having me, and then just taking this time out your day. Like I said, we gonna connect for sure, and we're gonna get to know a little bit more about each other. If I can ever help out, you let me know, and so we go from there, man.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button. It helps us keep making videos in the future. So thank you guys for tuning in. All love. God bless everyone. Take care. See you soon.